My name is Charmaine, and this is my story. My story starts with me moving here almost 11 years ago. I married a Marine. About almost 4 years ago, I lost him to COVID, and my mom wanted to be close with us as me and our daughter, go through this difficult time, and her and my dad moved here to be with Braylon and I, and just to support us since I don't have my family in America. Not long after they got here, she had some pain, and I took her to Shands, and they did a biopsy on a lump that she had, and they discovered that she had cancer. And at that point I was just numb, didn't know how to handle it. And it wasn't too long after that, about 3 months, she went to be with Jesus. Something that comforted me with that loss as well, one of my biggest supporters was Braylon. At that point I kind of distanced myself from Jesus. I was mad. I felt so uncomfortable that how did I get to this point where I didn't even want to pray? And I know praying comforts me. And I kind of turned my life around, and I put aside being mad at Jesus, and I started trusting him again. And the days seemed easier. I started plugging myself into the Bible more. And when I felt like I was just getting through with life and getting to see a light at the end of the tunnel, maybe small, but I saw that I could do this. My brother takes his life at the end of October, and that one for me is really hard to swallow. The way I try and work myself through this and try and trust God, they say God's plan's the best plan. I don't understand it, but I honestly every day say in my prayers, Lord, I trust you. I trust you with whatever I'm going through, and I trust that you'll give me the strength to go through it. I heard about Church of Hope from a work colleague, and she kept putting one of those invite a friend cards on my desk. And at that time, I really wanted to plug myself into a church, and my mom was a big help because I trusted. She knew what church I belonged to, and we went around and we went to Church of Hope. And I sat with my mom, and she heard Pastor Mark preach, and I remember her saying, she said, I've read the Bible for so many years, and there was a certain sermon he was talking about, and she's like, I've never understood it the way he preached about it. And my mom was a very staunch Christian. I mean, her name itself, her name was Jane, and she said Jesus and no one else. So I grew up knowing Jesus, like that's just part of our life. Jesus became personal to me, I would honestly say, within the last four years. Plugging myself into ladies groups, that has been such a help. And to know that I'm not the only one going through these things, Before I thought that how could it just be, and it's comforting to know that there's people out there that care and serve the same God you do, and pray over you and encourage you to keep trusting him. I want my daughter to see being a part of these things is important, serving and just being a part of a community and just being disciples, whether it's me helping and giving my time. Hope in Christ means to me that it'll be okay. You'll get through it.